We're gonna catch. Catch 'em all, catch 'em all. Catch. Catch the Pokemon. Hey! Alright. Back in blue. Back in Pokemon Blue. It's the blue. Blue to you. I only got Fatalis one level higher. But I got Renaplos up a few levels too, so... We get to start... a little bit ahead. Hey, Boxers. Yeah, catch. Catch 'em all. Could also be kitsch. A very kitschy game. Why have my volume a little high? It's, star of the show, Ish Kitchen. Ish Kitchen, you get your Pokemon. Yeah, I can get all those Pokemons. All I got is Pikachu. 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 It turns into, at some point it just turns into white noise. Let's see. Okay, Fatalis, live up to your name for once. Just get to... I think it's got to be like as few vowels as possible, right? Or eyes where you can fit them in. Let's try. Let's try fighting Fatalis on its own. Ishkichum. And Professor Urk. And Professor Urk. He fought the Unix. He broke Misty's already kind of. You're gonna replace Misty's book. Mr. OK. Yeah, it's like Professor OK. Mist and Burke. Burke and his Unix. Ish, Mist, and Burke. Gonna go to the Pokemon Lug. Be a champion. I don't know if the noise cancellation is probably cutting out half of that. There's nothing left. I don't know if Fatalis is confused. That would be a very useful... That'd be a pretty useful status to have in Monster Hunter. So for such inanity. Hey, it's I'm the instigator. I like inanity. Inane is the name of the game. That doesn't make any sense. Come on, Fatalis. Yay! Fatalis can fight a Golbat. Which is 1,000 XP every kill, so if we keep doing it, we only need 4 more to level 44. That's funny, I finally fought a Fatalis in a Monster Hunter game. So I have a better... since last Pokemon stream. So I kind of have a... So now I kind of have an appreciation for it. You know. I should say thanks. Thank you for joining in, Boxors. That's... Oh, Fatalis can't hit anything. Oh my gosh, Slam is such a bad move. But thanks for playing along. That's you make a good improv partner. I still have a lot to learn. Come on. The Golbat is just spreading so much haze around that Fatalis can't get it out. Oh, he just got back from a nap. I suppose that can contribute to a little bit of loopiness, a little bit of lunacy. I know a good nap always makes me feel a little loopy. Alright. Fatalis is running out of slams, so we're gonna try I was using Nahabra to fight some Hypnos, and usually this would happen. Yeah, no surprises there. You gotta give it a chance. You gotta give the Beedrill a chance. Amaterasu continue, maybe. Yeah. I don't know if the picture quality looks any different on stream than last time. It looks pretty similar, but I gave up on the S-Video cable I was using because half the time I boot everything up and it's grayscale. Like something's wrong with that cable or with the socket on the retro tank. I don't know what it is. It seems like there isn't really any one good way to capture. Well, maybe if I had an Elgato or something. Part of me is worried that at some point the retro tank or some cable will fail, and I'll have no choice but to like point a camera at the Game Boy somehow. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway. Oh, where are my manners? You arrived on stream and I forgot to ask how you're doing. How are you doing, Boxors? Assuming you haven't gone away for a sandwich. Yeah. What I should do... If I ever... Maybe I should probably buy a lime green Game Boy Color like I used to have. Just in case I have to do, like... Game Boy screen cam at some point. Oh, you're working on weird essays. What kind of... Yeah, lime green is a good one, yeah. It blended in really well with the, It worked really well with the orange juice I spilled on it one time. Hardly looked any different. Although the D-pad was a little sticky after that, I think. I feel bad that... I think I said this on a previous one, but I traded into GameSpot. GameStop? GameStop. GameSpot is the website. I traded it into GameStop to get the to pay for a Game Boy Advance, and I feel bad because it would have been useful. It would have been nice to still have it. I'm actually writing essays called "The Old Ball Game" and "Being Cool Online." My gosh. Did you find a solution? Did you figure out? Or is it still a mystery? How to be cool online. Actually, I guess the easier question to answer is how to keep your cool. I feel like there's a way to do that. Okay, now... Parasect is pretty... Ugh. I gotta be careful about Parasect. Boy, I'm noticing the stream has a pretty huge delay. But I guess that's the trade-off for getting a more steady thing on me. I'm sure it's fine. But here we are. Oh, I should do what I keep saying that I'm gonna do and actually, like, try to go to where Mewtwo is. Being cool online is kind of the derivative of cool. Or no, is that integral? D over dx? I haven't done, I've forgotten how to do, that kind of math. I can't even remember what it's called. What the heck? I hope your essay has a chart in it. A mathematic graph. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Yeah. What the heck is that? What the heck is that kind of math called? It's it starts with an A, doesn't it? No idea. Acceleration just speed being cool. Online to being cool. Calculus, that's it. It doesn't start with an A. Might have an A in it, yeah. But I've taken calculus twice, I think. And it didn't really stick. I never got to the part where we understood what to do with it in practice, I guess. Oh, right. Special fell and paralyzed, and it's a horrible disaster. Confuse rate. Oh crap, I hope I finally bought antidotes, because I might actually need them soon. Oh wait, no, Albatross is paralyzed, so it's fine. Calc 2 was the— oops! I was just mashing buttons. Calc 2 was the one that got you. Yeah, it's, there was some talk— I remember there was some talk of doing calculus in physics class, but not everybody in the physics class was also taking calculus, so we never did it. I kind of wish we had, because then I might have been able to make some sense of, like, how do you apply a curve, or how do you figure out, like, a curve formula to use it in a physics situation. I don't know. The last thing I remember from physics class was we all had Nerf guns, and we had to predict how far the Nerf bullet was going to go, or the Nerf dart. Excuse me. How far the Nerf dart was going to go, and I don't think anybody was even close. Because we didn't really, like, learn— I don't think we discussed error resistance at all, for some reason. I don't know. Public schools. It was an excuse to have a little fun in the hallway. Oh, I forgot Dittos are in this cave. I can do my thing from I did last time. And spooky, like, very angry goth Dragonair. What a sprite. Oh, yeah. I swear I had another one of those, like, panic at school dreams the other night. Must just be— I don't think— the funny thing is, I don't think I've ever had— now that I think about it, like, the panic at school thing is a common one. But I don't think I've ever had, like, a panic at work dream. Which you'd think I would, because that's what I'm doing. That's, like, relevant to my life now. It's weird. I haven't had any of those. Getting back on dream topics. Yeah, thinking to Fatalis again, I could definitely appreciate— I can appreciate Fatalis' reputation. Reputation as, like, a final boss monster. Dragonair not really living up to that. Not really living up to that expectation. I might have gotten ahead of myself by naming it after the end boss monster of classic Monster Hunter 1. Aw, Kadabra. Alakazam is the Fatalis of this game, I swear. Even Kadabra comes pretty close. I can't go with Amaterasu anymore because it's paralyzed. Danish won't— it just has to not do a psychic. Psybeam might do enough. Oh, it's a crit! I forgot crits are based on speed or something. Let's try Amy. Oh my gosh. Ooh, reflect. As long as Fire Blast doesn't miss. Yeah, there we go. The crits are with you. Believe in the crits. Yeah, and Generation 1 speed. It's really weird. I have a feeling that it's like a, it's another one of those space-saving measures where they don't have to, like, they're able to fit everything on the cartridge because they, like, double down on certain stats and stuff. I wonder if there was ever a competitive scene for Generation 1 Pokemon, you know, like this. I imagine maybe a little bit, but, like, I gotta wonder when the competitive scene for Pokemon at the video game took off. Because it happened at some point, and I can't imagine doing this competitive back in the day. You'd have, like, maybe you'd have, like, 8 Pokemon in the whole roster that are all viable for anything. I feel like this is... competitive Pokemon in this generation is, like, very easily... it's like a solved game very quickly. Or actually, that's not quite right. It wouldn't be a totally solved game because you have the random element. But, like... Pokemon now is so much more complex. I feel like there's more you can do. I don't know. I can't talk too much about it because I've never touched the competitive scene. It's a little too intimidating for me. Maybe I should eventually, though. I don't know. If I wasn't doing 50 other things, I might think about competitive Pokemon of all things. Oh, alright. Beatrix? Okay, we can't take another one of those, but we could take just one. Oof. Alright, once again, didn't get very far in the cave. Is it... the Parasect in the cave... the Parasects that you run into are level 64, I think, aren't they? Something nuts like that. I mean, this is all good training for the ultimate final boss of the cave. Be pretty, I think I talked about that once. Like, thinking about, like, what possible... because I think, like the Elite Four, I think it's only fair... I think it's only fair to approach Mewtwo with my core teams. Some mix of the core team. So I have to bring in... I feel like Mudge is going to have a good role to play. Maybe I could get lucky. If I get really lucky on a Blizzard, I could, like, open with that and just freeze Mewtwo and not have to think about it. I think that would be the ideal. Because I forget where I learned about it, but I learned recently that frozen status... in this game, the only way to get rid of frozen status is with items or fire attacks. Like, it won't naturally thaw. Which blows my mind, I've got to say. Like, frozen... you know, Blizzard is, like, especially brutal as an attack for that reason. Especially broken. Not only because it has better accuracy. But good grief. Ooh, we're getting close. Oh, Dragon Rage. I did this last time, didn't I? I feel like a Dragonite doesn't... maybe a Dragonite does benefit from agility. I don't know. Dragon Rage isn't great, I'll leave it alone. Who cares? I'm not gonna fight anybody with this Dragonite, I don't think. Once Randomizer saw somebody frozen, and it could have been over, but they... oh, they metronome flamethrower. That's the beauty of randomizers. Like the one of the few attacks that could possibly have saved them. Wow. I guess that would have been a randomizer Nuzlocke, right? Like if that was going to be the end. I did stream the red randomizer as a Nuzlocke once, and it was so chaotic. It was so chaotic. Maybe I could do that. Oh, it was a Nuzlocke. That's cool. It was so chaotic. I wonder I could... If I do a Nuzlocke eventually, it'll have to be a little more tame. It'll have to be a little more tame because I haven't done one before. But I think it would be fun. Although, if I do a Nuzlocke, my first one will have to be Ruby. It'll have to be Pokemon Ruby in honor of the webcomic that started it all. Well, the webcomic that named it. That gave it its name. And you know, plus, I need to give... I didn't really like Pokemon Ruby when I played it, and I know a lot of people do love it, so I also want to give it more of a chance sometime. Oh, you almost knocked out Dodrio in one hit! This Dodrio must have good defense. Bloop. But yeah, I think it's something that we've seen so often in a variety of not even Pokemon games in general. Like, when I played Ruby, the previous game I played was Gold. And in Pokemon Gold, you go back to the first game, basically, and you can catch all the Pokemon, almost all the Pokemon, in Gold or Silver. And so I got to Ruby and I was expecting the same thing. Because I was a little kid and I didn't know any better. It was the Game Boy Advance, you know, like, the cartridges were smaller, but the graphics were improved, and there's like all like new stuff and like all these new Pokemon, and they had a lot of the old Pokemon. But then I was super disappointed when I learned that you don't go back to Johto or Kanto, and you can't get all of the... What would it have been, 350 Pokemon at that point? However many? You know what? Fatalis might be able to survive this. If it can actually hit. Oh, great. Well, never mind. Fatalis, you're out. Taking you out. Putting you on the bench. I think at some point I was trying to make a game in the old Game Boy style. Like a Pokemon fan game that had all the regions, including some of the newer ones. And I never finished it, because it was such... I got hung up on so many different parts of making that game from scratch. Oh no, wait! Oh, sorry, Beatrix, you might be dead. Oh no, wait, Thrash. You can survive Thrash. So it's at Boxers. Something in the ballpark that would have been really cool. Something in the ballpark of returning to old regions. Because I guess that was something. Remaking, making Fire Red and Leaf Green as remakes, I think, was justified. Oh, right, around 350. Okay. I wasn't sure which part you're referring to. I should try streaming with the low latency on again and see if that is any better now, because it... I don't know. Because there's like a pretty substantial delay. But anyway. There are a lot of... Oh, okay, we can fight a Chansey. I remember there were a lot of cool ideas. Like, there are a lot of cool non-battle type ideas in introduced in Ruby. Like, wasn't Ruby where they had the like the beauty contests? Or just like Pokemon, you know, almost like a dog show, but like Pokemon. It like gave you... I love any idea in Pokemon that gives you a reason to use Pokemon that are not good for fighting. Like to bring them out of your PC. Oh my gosh, we're both paralyzed. It's such a typical situation. Oh my gosh, I should have stuck with Slam. Both Chansey and Fatalis are just like stuck on the floor. 386 for Gen 3. Wow. I guess, what is that? That's Deoxys was introduced in that, so I guess that's the last one. And I remember Rayquaza was a pretty cool Pokemon that had like a special... You had to find like the island that only turned up some of the time. I don't think I ever got Deoxys, or maybe Deoxys was I think you could get Deoxys in like Fire Red with the like special archipelago place that they added, Fire Red and Leaf Green. Maybe you could get it in Ruby too. But like Ruby Sapphire had... oh, and they had diving. That was something. And the like Braille puzzle. It's again just a Chansey and a Dragonair like kind of twitching on the ground, not moving and unable to attack each other. But it's good experience, so I'm gonna take it. Oh, one more level. We only need one more level, and then I can just dump all my rare candies down its gullet. Okay, Fatalis, you don't have to fight the level 64 Parasect. Altrazu might be okay. Might be okay. Okay, Growth. I think we're good. It's funny, because I think I haven't really played any games past Gen 3. But, I don't know, some of the designs in that game started to, like, kind of... They felt a little wrong. Like, they didn't feel very consistent with the previous games. And I heard later that... I don't know if it was Sugimori or somebody else had actually left during the development of the second gen or after those games came out. And so it made kind of sense that Gen 3 designs looked a lot different. I don't know. But there have always been weird Pokemon designs. Like, I never liked the ones that look like humans. The ones that look like people. It's a little too creepy. Like, Mr. Mime and Jinx come to mind. I feel like Gen 3 mixed the watercolors, or nixed the watercolors in official art. Oh. Yeah, is that when they started having, like, the official art was more, like, inked? Like it is now? I guess now it's digital, but, like, it's got, like, that ink... Kind of that ink outline... Shade, you know, digital shading kind of look. Cause, yeah, definitely... Because when I do the thumbnails for these, for the YouTube versions of this, I really like to get the watercolor, like clearly hand done artwork that they have on like various stuff like Pokemon DB. Oh hey, look at that! It's a funny looking dinosaur. We're gonna just hang around and fight the like Raichus and stuff that flock to this part of the underground. But yeah, I always like to find the watercolor ones because there's something that looks a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgia for like the Pokemon cards, or it's just something about them. They look more quaint, like more I guess it is nostalgia. I was gonna say it brings to mind like a more innocent time, which is exactly what nostalgia caters to. I don't know. They have character to them, I think. The modern ones are very much like some of those old some of the old Pokemon art is like not quite on model. That exactly, like you said it like exactly as I was saying it. It's exactly. It's like Charmeleon looks like a little bit weird, but it you know, and still very aggressive and cool looking. But yeah, that's something that bothers me about some modern designs of stuff. Some modern art, like in-game art stuff. Oh man, I'm sorry, Danish. I should have got you out of there. What am I trying to say? I don't know. Like there's some like cartoons and stuff that look like they look a little too clean for their context. I don't know. I like the old like rough stuff. I don't know. I feel like it's definitely like a digital art thing. Like once cartoons and other stuff could be done digitally, like it's really easy to like get everything on model and looking right. But I really like the stuff that like bends the rules, like really old Daffy Duck cartoons when he's still like a loon, which is kind of which I guess is the original joke. When Daffy Duck is just like wacky and you know, he like the artist would like stretch and squash it so much that like no two drawings of Daffy Duck would like look at all alike, except in the broad strokes. Yeah. I need to look up Duck Amuck. I probably have seen it and I just don't know it by name. I mean, that said, actually, I guess along those lines, kind of. Oh boy, I don't have a good Pokemon to fight this. Alright, Beatrix, let's hope we don't get Bonemeranged. But I always like the one where, like, the artist is messing with Daffy. But it's like the later Daffy who's a lot more serious and obstinate. Which is funny, because that's like the time when... That's a time when they were definitely being more on model. Okay, let's be safe and get a little more healing. But I always thought it was kind of weird how like they're two different Daffys. Yeah, obstinate. Thank you. I thought it was weird how there are two Daffys. There's the one who's actually Daffy, and then there's the one who's like greedy and ill-tempered. Like when they did the Jack and the Beanstalk cartoon. I guess that's what the change was, now that I think of it. Because originally Daffy was paired with Porky Pig, and Porky was like the straight man to Daffy's like lunatic. But then when they started pairing Daffy with Bugs Bunny, like Daffy kind of had to be the more serious guy, because Bugs was the nutcase, the loon. Kind of, and that's not quite right. Bugs was like the troublemaker. But yeah, boy, I haven't really thought about the Looney Tunes in a long time. How did we get there? How did I get here? This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful cartoon. Yeah, Bugs is a cool wild card. He always felt like the main character of... If you had to pick a main character, that was Bugs, because he would just fill whatever role you needed him to be in. Yeah, and he would be very off. I think of thinking of like off-model Bugs cartoons. There was that one where he was he was lounging about in like on like a military airfield in a bomber plane, and he's reading about goblins that mess up the workings of aircraft. There's protein. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Definitely some like wacky stretch and squash in that that goblins cartoon. I say goblins like plural, but there's just one goblin causing a ruckus. And it was one of those ones where like the airplane is flying and the airplane like bends and twists around like it's made of clay or jello or something. Those are always fun. I think those are the ones we had on videotape, so we watch them all the time. Boy, videotapes. Oh, Amaterasu, no. I was distracted by videotapes and I didn't see the poison. You missed your videotapes? Yeah. I have one left. I saved one because it's not the most fun one. But it's one that it never got like remastered into DVD or anything. I think it was the TV broadcast, so the original like recording probably doesn't exist anymore. And my TV, I happen to have a TV with a VCR in it. This is my dad's old TV that he was holding on to. He was holding on to it to watch their tapes, and then they got rid of their tapes, and I was like, well, can I have it? Because it's good for... The tube TV is pretty good for playing old games. It'd be pretty nice to play... It would probably look pretty nice to play this on that TV, but I don't have any... Oh, I don't have any antidotes. Okay. Oh, we're so close. Okay, we're gonna have to suffer some poison flickering altogether. But yeah, I only have one videotape left, and I kind of miss the old tapes too. What did you have on tape that you watched all the time? For us, it was like Disney and Looney Tunes. I guess Disney, Looney Tunes, and like old Disney, like, because there were Disney movies, but also the Disney, like Mickey Mouse cartoons. Definitely, like, Goofy was the best of those. Like, we had one where he was supposed to be running a train station. Or he was like an attendant at a train station, and a magician lost his luggage. And, you know, all hell breaks loose at the train station. Goofy's, like, all these circus animals coming out of the suitcase and stuff. Oh yeah, we had Winnie the Pooh too. Frog and Toad and some Disney stuff. We definitely had Winnie the Pooh tapes now that I think of it. I'm pretty sure. Hey, we got it! Level 47, that's all we needed. Thank you, Winnie the Pooh! Mike Mulligan and the Steam Shovel. Wait, is that... I just had like a flashback, and it might be something else. I might be confusing it, but is Mike Mulligan and the Steam Shovel, is that where, like, new Steam Shovels are coming in and replacing the old one, and they eventually, like, turn their Steam Shovel into, like, a, they got stuck in a hole that they were building a basement for a house, and they turned it into, like, a stove? Is that that? I haven't seen that in a long time. Wow. Talk about memories. This could be a callback to a previous stream where I was talking about like false memory stuff. I know that's a recovered. That's like a forgotten memory and not something like implanted, because it's like, oh, I remember that. I remember like being at some friend's house where they had it on tape, because we had to rent it from the video store if we ever wanted to see it. I'll have to look that up again. I mean, in a way, it's... I don't know. It might. It's. I wonder if it's one of those things that's better left to my memory than to actually watch again. Because these days I'm so critical of everything. It's the most 80s thing. Yeah. There's a my guess is there's like sort of a fear of progress thing and like getting really attached to objects. I don't know. But we got Fatalis. We got it. We got level 55. Okay, we'll continue discussing old videotapes after Fatalis evolves into a mighty, mighty dragon. Oh my gosh, and it learns Hyper Beam. Okay, we definitely keep Hyper Beam. Slam, get out of here. Fatalis forgot Slam and learned Hyper Beam, which has like one of the best sound effects in this whole game. Not as good as Mankey's Battle Cry, but Hyper Beam is pretty close, pretty good. Fatalis evolved into Dragonite. Ah, it still doesn't work. It still doesn't work, but I do it anyway. We did it! 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 Dragonite. Dragonite, the dragon Pokemon. An extremely rarely seen marine Pokemon. Its intelligence is said to match that of humans. Yeah. I hope not. Otherwise, it's like, why do we have it in... We're keeping this really intelligent creature bottled up in a ball? Make it fight each other? Feels a little bit sus. Okay. Ooh, no, Dragonite is not the last one I need. It's just near, it's just the most difficult one. And we got it. We got it done. I guess I'll bring Nepenthes out. Oh, wait. Have I evolved Nepenthes already? Yeah, I thought that cry sounded familiar. Honestly, Victory Bell is one of my favorite Pokemon because it's so horrifying. But, okay, we don't need to evolve Nepenthes. Oh, you know what? I'll get out the, I need to get Lewis out. Lewis is my Nidoran boy. Lewis will be there. But Renaplos, at least until we get to the midpoint of the stream, I'm going to be training Renaplos more. But look at that, Fatalis is done! Ding, Fatalis is done. Get out of the oven. I gotta frickin' find this Pokemon first, though. Oh my gosh. Oh, Deviljho. Deviljho's by itself. Okay, I gotta put more Pokemon in box 4, because Deviljho... Or maybe, like... Oh, no, you know, actually, that's better. Deviljho is sleeping all the time. It's my Snorlax. Better to leave Deviljho there where it can stay asleep. Geymer, Puffer... Where the heck? Oh, Lewis must be in the first box or something. I'll go up each one. We'll find it. We'll find it eventually. Dog? Oh, dog. I don't even remember what Pokemon I named what. There's Lewis, just level 3. Renoplos first, though. Aw, poor Lewis is still asleep. Renoplos is my Rhyhorn, so we got a ways to go for that, and no more rare candies. Gotta bring Renoplos all the way to level 45. But yeah. And there are all sorts of videos that we rent from the... We'd rent from... Let me try that again. Oh yeah, Pokédex number. I almost forgot. But there are all these old tapes we'd rent and re-rent from the video store, but also from the library. There we go, 104. And I think there was one that had like Anansi stories in it or something, like animated. There's definitely one that had like creepy fairy tales, like kind of grim fairy tales done in an old style animation where they were like kind of safe for kids, but definitely terrifying at the same time. And, oh right, I was gonna use Fatalis to surf, but Fatalis is away in the box. But, I don't know, there's one that I always remember and I can't find it. For the life of me, I can't find out what it's called. there's this old story, this old cartoon about a mouse who wants to go to Switzerland because he heard that somebody told him that all of the holes in Swiss cheese are made by mice. Like, they have a factory full of mice who get to eat holes out of the Swiss cheese all day. And there's this, like, sweet little story where he's, like, riding a passenger car across Europe to get to Switzerland. And at some point they definitely, they reach, I don't know, they reach somewhere in Switzerland and they're like, they get chased around an alley by a cat. And I think he learns the truth that it's just like a process. It's part of it was just a rumor this whole time. But, like, he makes peace with the journey having been good and, like, all this other stuff. All the stuff that happened along the way was worthwhile or whatever. And I don't know, for the life of me, I can't find this movie. But it was on, I remember it was like, I would look for it on the shelf at the video store up the road. Those old, those metal racks that they would put videos on. Oh, hey, Amatraza, we're not strictly leveling you, but it's good that you got a level, buddy. I don't know. I can't for the life of me figure out what it was. I remember, like, searching IMDb a few times. I don't know, but it's one of those ones that it's one of those things that I saw so long ago that I'm sure if I did find it, I would barely recognize it. Like, you know, the fog of time just makes it that more difficult to figure out what it is. Like, I probably have found the right one and just not watched any, like, video of it. But anyway. All these good old stuff. Yeah, I kind of miss that old video store. I seem to remember it was run by an older Indian woman. Kind of. I assume she was the manager or something. Or she must have... Yeah, I don't know. It was one of those places I always assumed it was like a chain, but it might not have been. It's called a, oh. I don't know. Well, because the thing is, if it isn't a chain, then I'll dox myself by saying, like, what it was called. So maybe we'll just leave it as a sweet little memory. But I think you could also rent video games there. Like, they definitely had Sega and N64 cartridges. But we never had a Sega or an N64 growing up. No, no Nintendo consoles for us. But that's because I was playing my Game Boy or on the family computer. I don't think I even thought to ask for, like, a Super Nintendo when I was a kid. Or if I even knew about it. But I remember being surprised, like, hearing in the last few years about how people used to, like, rent some this or that game on cartridge and, like, trying to finish it before you had to return it. And I imagine that would have driven me nuts. Oh, it's it's very apropos to be so nostalgic about old media playing Pokemon Blue, now that I think of it. But yeah, this was definitely like one of maybe 2 games that I had. I think I had Wario Land 3, and this, and like I don't even remember what else I had on my Game Boy. Not much. But I wonder how many kids only had Pokemon, like Pokemon and nothing else, because this... I would play and replay this game a lot. A whole lot as a kid. And I don't know, I think the few times that I bought a game that I wasn't sure I was gonna like, I got burned, or I played it so fast that I was done with it already. In the case of, Episode 1 Racer. Which, I can't think of a greater disparity between, like, two ports of a video game, two versions of, like, a video game than Episode 1 Racer. Because, the N64 Episode 1 Racer is impossible, and the Game Boy one I finished the same day that I bought it. Like, it's baffling. Of course, it was a Game Boy Color game. So, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer was... Oh, stop. Stop confusing me. I'm talking about the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for the Game Boy Color. I don't know. I think they spent too much time on the Rumble Pack in the cartridge of that game, and not as much on making an experience that lasts more than like 4 hours. Oh, you were learning about Anansi the Spider? Hey, that's worthwhile. Don't let me stop you. I was just saying how I was remembering one of the few Game Boy Color games I can remember owning. And how, like, it didn't last me the day. Like, I beat it the same day I bought it. I need to stream it sometime. Maybe I can beat it on stream. From start to finish. Probably not. I feel like it's a little longer than 2 hours. But it was the Game Boy Color version of Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, which I also have on N64, and never beat it because that one is impossible. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, Renoplos, don't... Well, Renoplos won't die even if it hits itself. That was a crit. Renoplos doesn't have good speed either, so that was actually very lucky. But yeah, if you ever want to play like a really quick version of Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racing, the Game Boy Color is for you. It's nothing like the N64 one, which, difficult as it is, I would say is a better game. The Game Boy Color one is like top-down. It's top-down and it's just one-on-one, you and a specific other racer. I think you win their pod to use if you beat them, or... Oh, we're asleep. I wasn't paying attention. I forget if you played it... I forget if you actually won new pods, or if you were always playing as Anakin through the whole thing. But I beat it the same day I bought it as a kid, which says a lot about it. I have thoughts about for any old Star Wars game by Capcom. I mean, hey, Capcom has an impressive record of making licensed games. Like, they made a bunch of Disney games that are, like, supposedly... Well, I've seen playthroughs of them that look really good. Was the Game Boy Episode 1 Racer done by Capcom? I actually don't remember. Because, I mean, it wasn't bad. I think the sound effects are, like, burned into my brain. Because it's all that, like, sort of, the rev up of the Pod Racer engines in that game. I can hear it. Even now that I haven't played it in, like, probably 20 years. I'm sure I could find it and just emulate it these days, but it'd be pretty funny. I seem to remember getting to the end and being like, oh, that's it? And I probably should have returned it. Like, I don't know. But I never thought of doing that as a kid. I never thought of returning games. I was like, I thought I would get in trouble probably, or like I wouldn't get enough money back or something. Or I was too possessive. I was a greedy kid who didn't wanna give up my games. But Wario Land 3, I love Wario Land 3, terrifying as it is. And frustrating as it is. You understand the apprehension? Yeah. It's maybe more of a kid thing than an adult thing, though. Like, funny. I think, after I heard that No Man's Sky had gotten a lot of improvements and updates, I, tried it, didn't really like it, and returned it, and then I bought it later when I learned there's a VR version, so I stuck with that anyway. Oh, but Wario Land 3 is like Bach. Yeah, you know, that's not a bad comparison, actually. Because a lot of people are not going to enjoy Bach. So it's sort of maybe it's an acquired taste as Wario Land 3. But it's such... I love the brilliance. I love the clever design choices around the fact that you can't die. Like, you can't die in Wario Land 3. You just get... You get, like, booted out of the area, or you get, like, turned into a spring so that you jump out of that one boss battle. They can fugue each level as far as strength. Right. It's true. And they can come in and out. Some of them will have... They might even do 5-point... They might even do 5-voice counterpoint. If you're really lucky. And there's like the zombie power-up that would make you would drop through thin platforms, so you had to be careful about that. But like you would need it to get through certain things, so you had to avoid lampposts that would, you know, for some reason the light would revive you, I think. Or maybe that was the vampire power. I don't know. That's a game I would happily go back and play. I think I watched like a Games Done Quick doing a speed run of Wario Land 3, and it like brought back all those memories. But much like some of those old fairy tale videos that we rented from the library, Wario Land 3 was terrifying. I remember I got to the final boss and I was like terrified, and I didn't have nightmares, but I was kept up at night, unable to go to sleep because of that thing. Yeah, check out the speedrun. I want to say that it was on Frame Fatales, maybe? They've probably done it more than once. It's a lot of... If I remember correctly, there's like no... There might be glitches that you could do in Wario Land 3, but the speedrun I saw was very much like just good movement tech, which is really, really satisfying to watch. Oh, Rudy the Clown, is that what it's called? Yeah. I know, it's same thing. I couldn't play for like a few days either. I don't know if I ever went back to it. I definitely didn't beat it. I can tell you that much. I never beat Wario Land 3. I think I did try to beat all the levels and collect all the treasures. I don't remember if I ever did that. I also remember my brother got Wario Land 4 on GBA, and that game plays totally differently. I was kind of bummed that they went back to having a life system, a heart system, and they have this like time. There's something about like you have to exit the level in a certain time limit. Like you get to the end of the level, and then you have to go back out. Like every level is kind of like the end of Metroid. But that kind of, like, put me off of it. But I'm sure Wario Land is still pretty good. Yeah. That was my thought was at the time when I saw it, I was like, I don't really like this, but I would definitely play Wario Land 4 now. That was more kid brain. Child Pete brain being like, this game isn't like the last one, I don't want to play it. Wario Land 4. Wario Land 4 looks beautiful. And wacky and wild. Like the art style looks great. And it has that like, there's something about certain GBA games that like have great sound effects and visual in visuals, I guess, like visual effects. I think of like Metroid Fusion has some of that too, where like once you get the charge attack power up and like the regular shots have that little swiping thing, the swish, like that swishing sound is like really great. I think Advance Wars also makes good use of the sound chip. Like there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that on Game Boy Advance games, and yeah, I do remember seeing my brother playing Wario Land 4 and thinking, this does look pretty cool. Even though I like the way Wario Land 3 plays. Oh boy. Once again, I'm pitted against my the Nemesis. Kadabra is scary, but... oh, perfect move. Perfect move. Nahabra just doesn't do enough damage anymore. Poor Nahabra. I remember when Nahabra was sitting high and mighty, king of the world, and now look at you. You can barely fight a Pokemon that's got 5 levels disadvantage on you. Oh, but hey, look at that. It's middle of the stream, which means I'm going to switch to Lewis for further training, and I'm going to take my midstream break. Get to hear the good old Rocket hideout music over the break. All right. So I'm gonna step away for a bit, take a stretch, and come back in a few minutes for more evolutions. Because we're gonna get what's his name? We're gonna get, you know, we're probably gonna get a Nidorino, and then I can go grab a Moonstone. We'll get a bunch of level ups bunch of evolutions this stream. So thanks, Boxers. I'll see ya in a couple minutes or so. The completionist quest resumes. Alright. Let's see. Nobody's poisoned, which is good. Good old Lewis. Lewis, you're gonna be catapulted so many levels. You might evolve from like one fight, who knows? We're gonna find out. Right. Okay, Bnohabra. This is your chance to shine. Alright, shine on, you crazy diamond. Back in your Pokeball. Danish? This might be the end. This might be the end of this particular outing to the cave. Let's see. Nope. Oof. Oof. Oh, look at that. There's 7 levels in one fight. I'm liking that. Okay, let's go heal up, because I need a variety of Pokemon to actually be able to fight things. Oh, and Renaplos. Yeah, Renaplos is 11 levels short of evolving, so I'll grab another Pokemon that I need to evolve, actually. I'll grab another Pokemon, and I'll grab the Moonstone so that I have it. Because let's look at the decks. Who will we evolve after... After evolving Lewis? Clefairy... Oh, Zubat. Oh, we gotta get Dracul. We gotta get Dracul out of here. Okay. Dracul should be in the first box, probably. But let's check this one. Dracul the Zubat. Nope, alright. But thinking ahead to... Oh, I just passed it. There it is. Thinking ahead to the end of this playthrough, I've started combing through my my videos to figure out like when and where I caught each Pokemon. Come up with something nice to say about each of them when this is all done. And I should probably figure out a way to like let each of them have a battle with something. I'm ready to be done. I'm just thinking ahead. It'll take so long to comb through the videos, I may as well start like writing down. I may as well start like writing up notes now, so I'll be ready. But yeah, gosh, I don't want it to sound like an obituary or something, because I do want it to be more like something like nice to conclude this whole thing. This thing is, I want to do the same with 2nd gen. I have both. I have 2 games to work with, Gold and Silver. So, you know, I can always trade some of these fellows along. Revive these old saves if I ever get around to doing a 2nd gen. And trade along some young Pokemon to fill up the roster. Kind of unfortunate that I think there are only like, I counted like maybe 6 Pokemon that you can't get except by trading. Plus, I guess, plus the legendaries, plus some of the legendaries and, what am I doing? Plus the, like, starter Pokemon and some legendaries. So there's like maybe a dozen that you have to trade. But anyway, yeah, I think, and I decided I'm gonna go in, like, reverse order of how I caught them or something. Or no. No, I'd go in order of how I caught them. but I leave all of the 12 core team members for the end. So the Pokemon I spent the most time with get, like, the most attention at the very end of everything. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, Amaterasu. Yeah, Pokemon is all about, like, sentimentality and the power of teamwork and friendship or whatever, so I think it's only appropriate that I ended on a very sentimental... I end like a catch-em-all challenge on a sentimental note. Yeah, in a way, I guess it's sad that the red team... The team I built up in Pokemon Red is not gonna base the Elite Four. Unless I train up some of them. Gosh. Now that I think of it, like, would I even be able to beat the Elite Four with all of them? Because what do we have? I don't think I have anybody that... Or Plesioth. Plesioth would fight. Plesioth might be able to solo Lorelei's team. Loose is evolving! I wasn't paying attention. Yay! Nidorino! Time for another Pokédex raid. Dip, 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 dip. Dip, 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 dip. Nidorino, the Poison Pin Pokemon. An aggressive Pokemon that is quick to attack. The horn on its head secretes something venom. The horn on its head secretes a powerful venom. There we go. I pressed A little too fast. Also, I updated the number wrong, I think. Right. So, I forgot to pick up the Moonstone, so we're just gonna go to Dracul now. Oh, 105 and 50 hours, 20 minutes. That looks kind of neat. Some of that 50 hours has got to be from me grinding off-stream. Because there haven't been that many streams to accumulate 50 hours. Alright, right, Danish. I don't know, maybe I might do like a separate video reading out all of the Pokemon, all the Pokédex entries for what that's worth. I thought about doing that at the end of this playthrough on stream, but I think it would be kind of tedious, because I've already done it like during the stream. Man, I think of like... Now I'm reminded of some of the like Nuzlocke, some of the like more produced Nuzlocke challenges I've seen on YouTube and stuff where they have kind of obituaries for all of the dead Pokemon at the end. It's all very sad. Oh, look at Dracul. They're growing up so fast. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the like dark appeal of a Nuzlocke is to... It's like any media that's not strictly happy or positive. You're able to experience like sadness and others and various emotions in a safe environment. I seem to remember Dan Olsen saying something to that effect about watching Contagion, the movie Contagion, during the initial outbreak of COVID-19 a few years ago, where like so many people were like watching Contagion and maybe rewatching it. And I've seen it before and I don't need to re-see it. But I guess it's a similar... I remember... that's where I got that like thought from, I guess. And I think it applies to a lot of stuff. It's one reason that people watch horror movies, because nobody wants to be the... Oh, we poisoned. Ha! All this poisoning. You got it poisoned. But nobody wants to be the victim in the horror movie who has to survive the traumatic situation, but we like to watch those movies, because... I guess because of that, being able to experience the thrill and the danger, knowing that we're actually safe. It's something. It's a bit of a stretch maybe, but it's something I think about a lot with like virtual reality, where however realistic it could possibly be, you know you're in a virtual space. Like, you know that you're actually safe. Unless somebody woke you up in the headset without telling you somehow. Unless somebody could get you into a virtual reality headset without you knowing or realizing it, like, you will always, like, know that you entered that simulation. But I don't know, maybe you could probably write a convincing science fiction story about somebody who started playing a VR game and got so immersed that they, like, forgot somehow. They, like, managed to spend enough time in the simulation that they forgot that it was a simulation, or they convinced themselves that the world before the simulation was not real. I imagine you could do that. It feels very like kind of cyberpunky, like 80s sci-fi, 80s, 90s sci-fi. And I guess, I don't know, because that could go one of two ways either. Yeah, they're probably, I mean, the example that keeps coming to my mind, like, invasively, because I don't know that it's the best example, is, there's a joke on Rick and Morty where Morty gets, like, kind of thrust into a VR game without realizing what's going on, but it's like a game where you live, like, a full lifetime. It's like a life simulator of a guy. But yeah, he gets, like, when he gets pulled out of it at the end, because, you know, he dies like in a hospital bed or whatever at the end of the game. He gets pulled out of it and is incredibly disoriented and distressed, as you should be if that happened to you. But he's also kind of a feckless character. So it sort of makes sense that he would not pick up on what's happening. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe it's something that, like, Black Mirror would have done, maybe. I'd be surprised if they haven't done that idea already. Or, you know what? It would be a Twilight Zone. I guess, actually, what am I talking about? This exact scenario I was describing was a Twilight Zone episode where this guy's wandering around, like, an abandoned town and slowly going crazy, and then he gets pulled out of, like a test environment space capsule, because it was a space program thing about testing human psychology in prolonged isolation. You know, it doesn't have to be strictly a VR headset, but this is like a person who went into a testing environment, knowing what it was, and still got absorbed into, like, delusions and a fiction. So I guess that's already been done, and I'm sure better people have written about it and discussed it. Better better educated people than I have, better trained people have discussed the problem, I'm sure. I feel silly because I've seen that episode of Twilight Zone as well. Like, it's not... it's not something that I've just heard about, but I've actually seen it. Just one of the many weird aspects of the... I don't need an education, I just need a gimmick. Maybe you're right. No, I have a gimmick. My gimmick is that I play video games, and I'm not actually a platypus. That's my gimmick. Oh, I know what you mean. What am I talking about? I guess the gimmick... Well, VR is a decent gimmick. I guess The Matrix kind of plays off of a similar idea. They skip the part where it's voluntary. They skip the part where you know that you're going into a simulation. Right. But you're right, yeah. A good gimmick could make it work. I feel like if you want... Maybe it depends on what you want. If you just want an entertaining story, then I think a gimmick will do just fine. Something to mix it up and make it so that it's different. Present you a different story than what you've seen before. If you want to make something more meaningful or that has a message or says something, you might need to be better read, I guess, at least. Just well read enough to know what you can add to the discussion. Boy, I'm trying to remember when Zubat evolves. High-minded discussions of literature and science fiction. What number does this Pokemon evolve at? I want to know when the Pokemon evolve. It's hard to not discuss the game right in front of you, especially when the music is like this in my ears. But you know, to shift the topic to the game, how incredible is it that, like, a couple loops of music that are not any longer than maybe 3 minutes at most don't get old somehow. It's level 22. Oh, okay, we're pretty close then. Thanks for looking at that, Boxors. So yeah, level 22. But I think it's an incredible achievement to be able to write music that on such a short loop that does work so well. Maybe the battle music works so well because sometimes the attacks interrupt it. It's funny, I used to think of that as a problem, that the attacks will like cut out one channel of the music. But I think that's actually, if it's not intentional, I think that actually works because it gives the attack weight that they interrupt parts of the music, you know? Yeah. And some of the music is really out there. Pokemon Mansion is like the most experimental song in all of Pokemon. I'm gonna step out on a limb and say that. At least in the Pokemon games. I think it helps that there's, Wild Pokemon Trainer Battle. There's Wild Pokemon Battle, Trainer Battle. Oh my gosh, it's doing Fury Attack. Okay, come on. Come on, Danish, you gotta hit it. You gotta hit it with the rocks, okay. So, I think it helps that there's... Gosh. The game doesn't want me to talk about the game. Having multiple types of battle themes for different battle situations makes a huge difference. Because kind of calling back to GDQ again, I remember seeing some of the awful games done quick, where they did the Animorphs game, which is a Game Boy game that is basically, it plays like Pokemon. It's horribly glitchy. And, I think that game just has, like, one battle theme for everything, because you're basically... You're fighting wild animals or aliens, and that's about it. Oh, you have that game. Yeah. Actually, if you have that game, there's a cool... maybe you've heard of the like, secret levels. There are ways to access incomplete levels that were never, like... that are not intended to be part of the game, but you can actually play them. I think I demonstrated that. I want to... Oh, what was his name? The guy who played it is, like, it does a lot of, Whoa, wait, you got the Animorphs Game Boy game the same day you saw The Force Awakens? That's so... Why so late into the lifetime of this game? Yeah. I'm sure there are some good guides out there on how to get to the incomplete levels. I think there's just... I want to say there's one that you can actually complete, and there's one that's broken. But it might just be that there's one that's broken. I think it's just one, actually. Oh, you got it for $6 at a comic shop in the mall. Ah, that's perfect. I mean... You know, I picked up, like, a couple weeks ago... Or, well, not long ago, I bought a long-forgotten PS3 game, Starhawk, at a local game shop, a local little game store, because it was a game that, it was weird. It's a game I want to stream at some point, because it's kind of fun and easy. It's kind of, like, nice and easy to deal with. Ooh, Draco leveled up. Okay, it's time for another evolution. Starhawk conversation will continue after these messages. Talk about off-model. Look at that Golbat. Okay, we're gonna read the Dex. Dex, Pokédex. Golbat, the bat Pokemon. Once it strikes, it will not stop draining energy from the victim, even if it gets too heavy to fly. Ugh. They say draining energy, but they mean blood. If it gets too heavy to drain. Yeah, it is a great sprite. It's wacky and wild, and I love it. Okay, Drackle, you have served your purpose, and will return to the box. And it's time to evolve Lewis into its final form, too. His. That's right. Lewis actually has a gender. Supposedly. Okay, Drackle. Drackle's cry is pretty cool. Golbat's cry is a pretty cool sound, too. I think I'm short of Moonstone. I'll have to figure out where the other one is. Okay. Oh, look at that. Lewis is able to use a Moonstone. Oh, yeah. Nidoking just looks like great. Nidoking looks like perfect and great and everything. Very well done sprite for Nidoking. Because I think Nidoking was one of the first designed Pokemon too, right? Nidoking, the drill Pokemon. It uses its powerful tail in battle to smash, constrict, then break the prey's bones. Wow, we got 2 brutal Pokemon in a row. Golbat drains the blood of its victims until it's too heavy to fly, and Nidoking breaks their bones. You know, for kids. Okay, who's next? Oops. Nope. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. I'm skipping some of the other stone evolutions for now, because I want to... Ooh, Oddish. Okay. Oddish and Venonat. Perfect. I don't remember what I called Venonat. I'll have to find it. I do remember what I called my Oddish, though. Oh, is it Mothula is the Venonat? Yeah! It's still a silly... But anyway, yeah, Starhawk. I remember I read about it in... Oh, is it not in this box? I read about, Starhawk. I think I must have seen it... you know what? I think there was like a preview video on like GameSpot or whatever back in the day, and it featured you could fly around a spaceship that could change into a robot, and I thought that was the coolest thing. And you know, there was some hype for it. It was one of those games that was trying to merge real-time strategy with like third-person shooter at a time when traditional RTS was sort of dying out, losing popularity. So like you're like running around on the ground and you can kind of point and summon, you know, a tower, and you have to do some tower defense stuff for a mission or something. I played a little bit of it. It was a PS3 exclusive, and it was never ported to anything. Apparently, it had an online something or other, an online mode. I'd like to at least stream the single player at some point. I have another game lined up for when I complete this Pokemon challenge, but it's not... Starhawk will have to wait, because I've been going a little too easy on myself playing Pokemon. So I'm going to play something a little harder after this. But then who knows, maybe I'll do Starhawk next, because I bought this PS3 a few months back, and I haven't really been using it that much. I haven't been playing it as much as I'd like. Even though I did get Burnout Paradise, which is amazing. And it's unfortunately a game that I can't stream because it's just full of... It's crammed, it's chock-a-block, chock full of licensed music. And playing Burnout Paradise without the music is like... I don't know, man. It's like apple pie without an apple. It's like dusk herb without the dusk, without the herb. It's a sad, sad thing. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad to play Burnout Paradise with the music off, because it's still fun. It's wild and crazy fun, but I don't know. Maybe I'm tempted. Maybe I could buy like one of the PC ports that maybe it has like a streamer mode in it that only has the original music. Or I don't know. There's probably some setting where you can only play the not licensed music, like the original EA music. I don't know why Oddish has that sound. It's very silly. It's very like electronic. Beatrix sounds like an elephant, though. I just realized that as I said it. Beatrix sounds like an elephant. Hang on, let's visit the stats page real quick, so we can hear Beatrix's battle cry again. Yeah, it's an elephant. Why have I never noticed that before? Wait, what does Nidoking sound? Or Nidoking doesn't sound like an elephant. Nidoking's like... Why does Nidoking... it kind of sounds like an elephant, like a metallic robo-elephant. I don't know. I guess Nidoking is supposed to be more of a dinosaur-ish thing. Pokemon are weird, man. Because Beatrix, like Nidoqueen evolves from a, like a little rabbit. Doesn't make sense. Oh, I got poisoned. I forgot. Oh well. I'm gonna go back to the center again. A Divine Beast Ronrudo. Oh yeah. Huh. Maybe I should stream Breath of the Wild again. That was the first game I ever streamed. Technically. That was the first game that had a VOD. That I streamed. But I got Simu working with Breath of the Wild, so maybe I should stream that sometime. Get some nice high frame rate, upscaled Breath of the Wild going on. If I could get my save file out, I could even do the like flying minecarts thing, the UFO. But it might be, I don't know, it might be better to start a new game. Yeah, if you dig way down to the end of my actually, I did the minecart my YouTube channel trailer has it, now that I remember. I need to do a new channel trailer, because a lot of that stuff is from the really old streams I did with like bad audio and not nearly as good. And I've got new stuff that I could add into it, but I think the first clip in that trailer is me doing the flying minecarts thing. But yeah, which is really fun. Right. I don't know. Breath of the Wild, I still haven't finished Breath of the Wild. But I'm not the only one who can say that. I think I kind of made the mistake of fighting Ganon finally, and that felt like that whole boss battle had a finality to it that made me feel like not compelled to keep playing it. But if I hadn't fought Ganon, I definitely would have still been playing it, because there's armor pieces I haven't gotten, there's places I haven't gone, and shrines I haven't tried. I still haven't gone to that special island with the challenge on it, whatever it's called. So I don't know. It'd be fun to do like an irregular stream of that. I don't know. On the one hand, there's no reason not to just transfer the save to my computer and play an emulator, but on the other, that means I have like one fewer reason to keep playing on my Wii U. Which, I don't know, it makes me sad, because there are just very few games that there are very few reasons to play it in the first place. And as Simu gets better and covers more ground, there are just fewer and fewer reasons to keep playing it. Alright. The one thing... Oh, Beatrix is the wrong one. Well, whatever. We'll make it work. The one thing that Wii U can do that Simu can't yet is to play Monster Hunter 3U online. And even then, I could always transfer my save. Oh, Duskerb is evolving. Duskerb is evolving into an energy drink. That's a Monster Hunter 2 joke. Ooh. Gloom looks pretty on model. Talking about on model artwork from before, Gloom is like, it looks pretty weird in this, but it is pretty on model. Oh wait, I should do that again. Hang on. Gloom, the weed Pokemon. The fluid that oozes from its mouth isn't drool. It is a nectar that is used to attract prey. Boy, that Gloom does look pretty buzzed. A little high, maybe. Okay, so Gloom, I think I need a Leaf Stone to evolve you, so we'll switch you out and get Mathula. Or, I guess... So Mathula was a Legend of Zelda reference, but I wonder if that was Maybe it's just supposed to be like Mothra, and it was localized weirdly. Gloom on edibles. Who knows? Maybe it is. These edibles aren't doing any. Whoa. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh. Breath of the Wild stuff. Oh, and Simu in Monster Hunter 3. Because I could emulate Monster Hunter 3 online if I do the 3DS version. But I don't really want to do that version. Because if you upscale it, you still have all of the menus are designed for a small screen, and the Wii U menus are designed for the big screen. And Simu just natively runs it at 60 FPS if you configure it. So, I love the idea of having a version of 3 Ultimate that runs at a stable frame rate for once. If you want to see a botched console port, you get Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U. Doesn't get much more botched than that. Oh yeah, incidentally, Venonat takes a long time to evolve too, doesn't it? It evolves at level 42 or something? Or 38? It's something like that. And you know what? Having stuck around to the entrance of this cave, I feel like the Pokemon really are tougher if you go further in. If you're able to go down to that lower level where Mewtwo finally is, I think they really are tougher down there. Because we're getting sub-level 50 Pokemon, but we're getting level 64 Chansey. Yeah, that's it. We got 2 level 64 Chanseys in the lower, in the depths. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back there now, yeah. Or whenever I'm training, I'm gonna head there, and if I can get there before all of my Pokemon are too weak to fight, then I will actually train. Alright, Amaterasu, let's see if you can hold up. Yeah. It's funny, I think maybe the one other game I would want to play on Wii U specifically, even though it's been ported to Switch, is The Wonderful 101, is that it? I think that's it. Where it uses the... I understand it still works on Switch, although the controls are a little different. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Oops. But yeah, I feel like the Wii U version of that might play a little... Well, either it plays much worse because of the gamepad, or it plays about as good or a little better. I don't know. I have so many games that I try not to think too much about getting new ones until I've finished all the old ones. I've got one of those. I guess Monster Hunter has been that. Beating Fatalis is kind of like beating Monster Hunter 1. So I can kind of count that as complete, and then Monster Hunter 2 has a long way to go yet. But I'll get there. And we're certainly, having gotten Dragonite already, we're certainly very far along. That's a big thing to step over. I think probably the next big leap, the next big step is going to be earning money to get to buy a Porygon. Because it would be not... This game is so old, it's kind of hard to find information about it. on like GameFAQs and stuff. I remember a few times trying to look up like how much money you get by beating the Elite Four, and I could not find a number. I couldn't find a number, which you would think there would be one, because they're the money you earn is based on the level of the levels of the opponent trainer, or the wild Pokemon you beat. No, what am I talking about? You don't get money based on wild Pokemon. It's the level of Pokemon that you fight that the trainer has. And, yeah, the Elite Four levels don't change, I don't think, after the first time. They stay the same. If I remember correctly, that is a Gen 2 thing. Where the second, after you fight the Elite Four one time, all of their Pokemon level up a bunch. So, there should be a pretty static number. Oh. Just cover your eyes. Look away. Look away from the Wigglytuff. Quick, Danish can dig a hole. It doesn't have to look. We're gonna get hypnotized. We're gonna get disabled. Okay. Come on, knock it out in one hit. Almost. We're gonna go Oh no, we go first. Danish is faster than a Wigglytuff? It's like a new game show. Are you faster? I was gonna say, are you faster than Wigglytuff? It'd have to be, are you faster than this? Are you faster than a Kadabra? Alright. Amaterasu is supposed to be my psychic fighter. Because it has a decent special. But yeah. I have a couple other PS3 games I could stream, actually. I have Skate 3. Actually, Skate 3 probably has licensed music in it, too. That's Playing with Fire. And also, as fun as the, like, skating gameplay is, there's a bit of, like, bro-y, kind of borderline misogynistic kind of stuff in there. Like, Skate is very much a game of its time. Might be a little uncomfortable. Mothel's trying to learn Stun Spore. Right. But yeah. Oh, Tackle, duh. But yeah. Oh, thinking of Monster Hunter. I'd love to try and stream Monster Hunter Tri since the servers are getting tested now. They're getting like they're doing like public revival server tests. Or not public, but like closed beta testing. I managed to get a slot, so whenever they put the servers up for a new test, I'm able to jump in there. And I feel obliged to, because I'm one of the few people who's actually playing on hardware instead of in the emulator. Which should make a difference. It might be harder to debug, but it means that... I don't know, what does it mean? It means that I'm probably less likely to crash. For no reason. I don't know. But it's a very different experience than what I have experience of 3rd gen. Oh. Anywho, I'd love to be able to stream more VR games. But there's not a good way to also see the chat while you're in VR. Oh no. Oh man, am I losing the stream again? Stream is messing up. It's dipping and jumping and going all over the place. Anyway, I was saying I'd love to do some like VR games on stream, but they're the most I could find are for like Twitch integration was like you could get chat on like one of your controllers, so you could like look at your wrist to read chat. And considering the games I would want to play, that would interfere a lot with the gameplay. And I think Oculus has a way to look at. You can look at chat if you open the like Oculus menu, but that's pretty cumbersome too. I don't know. It's probably better in the long run to just enjoy VR games on their own terms and not have to stream it. Oh wow, only level 31, alright. Here we go, Mothula. Yeah! Aw, I love Venomoth. Venomoth is one of my favorite designs. And I love... Venonat in this game looks kind of gross and greasy, but I love how it waddles around in the Let's Go games, the like Switch Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. It's so great. It's such like a joyful little hop, like a little jaunty bounce that it does when it follows you in the overworld. I love it. And I kind of subscribe to the idea that at some point Venomoth's design was going to be Butterfree, because its eyes look more like like Venonat looks more like the final Butterfree than you know, they have like the same face. All right, Dusker we're gonna keep out. Mothula, you get to go take a nice nap. I'm gonna see if I have any leaf stones. I seem to recall seeing... I seem to recall that there is like an old watercolor of Venomoth with different colors, as if it was... that look more like butterfly-like. I don't know. Oh, here it goes. It looks so goofy, like it's like holding up the Rafflesia on its head. Okay. Oh, we didn't read the Venomoth. Okay, we'll do Venomoth and Vileplume, one after the other. Venomoth, the poison moth Pokemon. The dust-like scales covering its wings are color-coded to indicate the kinds of poison it has. Once again, a Pokédex entry that is primed for, like, regional color variations that they haven't done, right? Am I wrong, or has there not been, like, a Venomoth of a different color? Gosh, get it together, Nintendo. Or I guess HAL Laboratory. HAL Labs. Vileplume, the flower Pokemon. The larger its petals, the more toxic pollen it contains. Its big head is heavy and hard to hold up. I imagine so. Alright. Is that 110? Alright, well, I'm gonna put you away too. Dusker. Boy, and I guess... Okay. Sunkieran. Actually, Sunkieran won't take too long to level up, but I'm gonna take out the two Pokemon that are gonna take forever in preparation for more leveling, because it's almost the end of the stream. So I'm gonna find him first. There's Renoplos. I think Renoplos has to go first. I want to say Ponyta is a level 42. You have to get to level 42 to evolve. So that's quite a way. That's quite a ways to go. But look at that. Look at that Pokédex. We're 110 out of 151. That's a lot. That's a huge step for a man. A huge step for a man and not much for mankind. It might be a little early to end the stream, but I feel like this is as good a place as any, so... thank y'all for joining me. Memorial Day weekend is coming up, and I'm actually going to be here. I'm going to be here at home on Monday. So I might do, like, I might do like a super big, early, like, probably too many hours long Monster Hunter 2 stream or something. And, I don't know. If I feel like it, I might do something on Saturday again. And, of course, Pokemon Blue comes back on Thursday, as always. I'm gonna try and farm a little bit more off stream, train up a little more. And thank you for Boxors. I think you were here the whole stream, or almost the whole stream. Good chatting with you as always. So thank you all again for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.